go through an entire season where your middle school JV and varsity lose one game throughout the entire year.
No games.
No games. Nobody lost a single game within the organization last year.
Larry Williford, 20 years, head basketball coach, athletic director, Farmville Central High School.
Where do y'all? Who's got the best backcourt in the state?
Simple. Us not being considered one of the best in the state, that just motivated us for this year, even though we lost 2 seniors, that we coming for everybody just because we didn't get that #1 spot and what we was doing to people. So this year is going to be a whole lot different.
Well, you can't overcomplicate it. I mean, I hate to simplify it, but you put guys in position to make plays, and you let them be who they are. You know, especially when we've always had talented guard play for years. Space, and guys know that they can play through a bad shot or two. You know, we have a few rules in place, but we're trying to play fast, trying to get the ball up the court as fast as possible, trying to get spacing. And once things start clicking 2 or 3, 4 weeks into the season, and once we get a lot of practice under our belt, they start realizing how it creates a lot of mismatches on the perimeter, and they can flourish. And then when guys start flying at us, that's when we really start playing really well.
What's his stuff?
Fast pace.
Get the ball and go with it.
They're straight running.
Running and gunning, no breaks.
Don't let the team set up their defense. Like, we got to get it and go.
As far as our backcourt, the 3 guys we got, Justin, Terquavion, and Samaj, there's no better threesome in the state of North Carolina, hands down.
We play with a chip on our shoulder just because it's a small town, everybody doubt us.
What are college coaches be getting with Justin Wright at the next level?
A pit bull. If he smells blood, it's over. Very strong with the basketball, but also the bigger the game, the bigger he plays. You know, we used to have a saying back when I was coaching at East Carolina, when Miss Maple starts popping the popcorn, some guys step up or some guys step out, he steps up. And he's been doing that since 9th grade. You know, he'd be probably the only guy in 20 years who have started every game from the time he was a true freshman all the way to being a senior.
Well, I think it makes it special here in the Hoop State is the Hoop State breed dogs. I feel like the Hoop State had the best players in the country. The best players come out of North Carolina, really.
Terquavion has a unique skill set. His best basketball is ahead of him, and he's an incredible basketball player right now. He could be a lockdown defender at the next level, in the ACC level, because of his length, his athleticism, but he also has a great feel for the game. His basketball IQ is very high. He's been playing with grown men his whole life, and you see it on the basketball court. He does not step down from a challenge. You know, he wants the schedule we got. You know, he wants to play those teams, and that's the kind of guys we want here at Farmville Central.
As a team, like, I feel like nobody's better than us. Like, we can compete with anybody. I feel like we do anybody dirty.
Well, I think any high school player, this is what they would want. They would want to play a challenging, you know, to be in Farmville and say you're playing almost a national level schedule, you know, especially being in the John Wall and then going down to Fayetteville and going to the Outer Banks. If you're a true basketball player, that's what you want. You want to be tested night in and night out. You don't want no bops, and I think that we've done that this year, and we're excited about it. I think it's going to pave the way for us, and it goes along with, you know, our motto is going to be nowhere to hide. You know, if you go 32-0 in 2019, you go 28-0 in 2016, people know who we are. There's nowhere to hide. You're not sneaking up on no one. You're getting everybody's best shot, no matter if you're in conference or out of conference. So just an exciting time to be at Farmville.
Well, of course, Leonte, whenever he comes to play, he comes to play. He gets bored, he dunk it, he blocks shots.
He dunks it.
So, I mean, every night he comes to play, we having a good game, you just know it's going to be a good night for all of us.
We have my boy Coda Foskey. He plays defense, he rebounds, he gets to the lane, he does it all, really.
Besides the 2 players they said, Derek Cox, he plays hard. very hard. Like, he our energetic guy. He dive on the floor, get rebounds, dunks, all that.
Well, it sets of how we try to practice when people are not in here. I think that you're a byproduct of what you do when there's no one in the stands, when there's no college coaches watching, when Phenom Hoops is not here, when it's just us, and we practice late every night. We go 7 to 9. It's not easy. You're tired as hell when you get to school the next morning, but that's who we are. You know, we want to be the hardest working basketball team. And I tell them, the foundation has to be hard work. With that and talent, you can be special. Talent's only going to take you so far. And it's quiet in here. We have no distractions between 7 and 9 o'clock, and we get in here and we get after it.
Our chemistry is just amazing. Like, it's like a brotherhood. In practice, we hate each other, so in the game it becomes easier to us. Like, we got a good chemistry, and we all love each other.
You know, this year in the playoffs, guys sitting in lawn chairs 5 to 6 hours before we open the door. You know, 700, 800 people in line 3 hours before we open the ticket booth, selling it out in 40 minutes. And we don't have a small gym. I mean, this school was built to be a much larger school than a 2A school. But it also gives guys like Terquavion Smith, Samash Teal, Justin Wright, Leonte Moy, some of our other players a chance to prove that they belong, that this is not a fluke, and it's going to be the ultimate stage to showcase their talents.
What area code in North Carolina has the best players?
252. 25.
You know, when it gets in the playoffs, man, it just gets fun. You know, it's just nothing like walking out an hour before tip-off and the place is sold out and it's buzzing. And you know, it's one of the most unique places. Anyone that ever comes here, they always leave here and they want to come back. They want to come back because it's about basketball. You know, got a great PA guy, AJ the DJ, spinning the tunes. You know, we let people bring the food in the gym. We don't care. We want the gym to be dirty after a game. That means we had a great crowd and people were into it. And the young kids, that they grow up, that they want to be Jaguars. And that's why I haven't left. I had a lot of opportunities to leave, you know, to go back to the college level, to go some other quote unquote higher profile high school teams. And I really believe this is one of the best jobs in the state of North Carolina. Goals never change, 20 years. Get a great playoff seed and try to win a state championship.
Problems I solve them. I run through the money, the pressure be calling. Left on my blessings, I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back, tell me I'm garbage. I'm going through something, that's why I ain't calling. Phone and progression, it's all that I wanted. The phone and affection, I summon and dub it. Cause I got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems I solve them. I run through the money, the pressure be calling.